everybody. I hope that you're all doing well. What I was seeing in the pre-shuffle was connected with looking like there was something that you possibly wanted to do, but you could be feeling like you can't do this because you have like obligations or responsibilities. There can be like a little bit of a clashing right now where maybe there's a part of you that's like, I want to go and I want to do this, or I want to get involved in this, or engage in this, and there's like something else going on that almost feels like maybe not allowing you to do that. We're starting off with Nine of Cups and the Magician, which is about creating what you want. Knowing what you want, creating what you want, understanding your deeper intention, and then making that happen. Which maybe you're going through some type of process that's going to help you do exactly that. There can be something going on with Mercury and Jupiter when it can be more easy to connect with this energy. I'm seeing Libra coming out here. Nine of Cups, this is what I want. The Magician, this is how I'm going to make that happen. Wheel of Fortune is the opportunity for that. When it's a good time to be doing this, like an auspicious time to be doing this, where this actually is something that can happen. Wheel of Fortune is like connected with the universal forces that are saying this can happen now if you want it to happen. And I'm seeing the intention there, the vision is there, the ability is there, and it feels now like the timing is right too. The word forecasting is coming through. I'm seeing you've been managing multiple things that you have going on, and now if you have multiple things going on, I feel like one of those things that you have going on, you're about to get a breakthrough with one of them. Now, this doesn't mean every single thing that you have going on or every single thing that you're trying to manifest right now, that you're in the process of creating, but I am seeing one thing that is going to be happening. I'm seeing something with the Wheel of Fortune having to do with it. So it's just like the timing is right for this to be taking place now, and the effort has already been being put in, so it can happen. It's like all the ingredients are there. This just needed time to cook. Can also be highlighting what's important to you too. You can see where you've been avoiding some type of change. Over, the Wheel of Fortune is over top of Seven of Swords, and Wheel of Fortune is kind of like the direction that things are going in. We don't always have control over the Wheel of Fortune. It's kind of just like, it's time, it's not time, changes that happen, kind of the flow of life, like how the waves go in and then they go out. It's like this whole thing. Having Seven of Swords can be ways that you like avoid the changes, or the universe is steering the wheel in a certain direction and trying to like grab it and take it somewhere else because you're not like really trusting the direction that things are going in. But it means that it could have been also the Wheel of Fortune. It wants to give you what you want. Jupiter wants to give you the things that you want. Jupiter is like Santa Claus. It wants to come through and give you the things that you want. But it feels like because of it was like trying to make things happen, and I feel like you were doing things to not allow those things to happen, weirdly enough. it feels like it wasn't allowing for the delivery of something. So basically, Santa Claus, which is Jupiter, was not able to give you some sort of gift that you're able to have. But now it can be the point where you're seeing this, like, I didn't realize I was blocking myself in this way. So you can be recognizing that. Could have been avoiding some type of change that needed to be done, or some like direction that things were going in. You could have been trying to like steer things in a different direction, thinking that you were going to be better off, but it's like that wasn't the best option for you. And it was blocking something that you wanted. Yeah, I get overall the way that you were channeling this was through an avoidance of the direction that things were going in. This can even be wanting certain benefits of things without taking the right path to get there. That can be something too. Because I think like Jupiter is connecting with learning and whatnot and understanding. So maybe there was a way of trying to like kind of cheat the system here, but I feel like it was blocking something for you. We're going to clarify. This can be that there was an avoidance of you fully committing to something as well. So like if you want to make this happen, you have to fully commit, but I get like trying to make it happen without committing. Or without going there. Because it's like some type of bravery was needed, or you to like, you know, Wheel of Fortune and the Fool are connected with taking chances and taking risks. And I feel like this was like maybe trying to make something happen without taking the chance or taking the risk, but still trying to get like some result, but it was getting kind of convoluted. Something weird was going on here. But it feels like if you want to make this happen, you're going to have to take this risk. You're going to have to take the chance. And there's like some sort of epiphany happening now where you can be seeing how you weren't doing that before and how you were opposing the movement that was like trying to happen, and that very much would have been supporting you. This can be too feeling like the only way you were going to get what you wanted is by doing it in some underhanded type of way, and that it's just being rectified now at this point is what I'm seeing. So I guess that's that. It's like a clearing up that's happening now. Yeah, I'm getting this thing again of this is what I want. I'm trying to make this thing happen, but there's like some way where this could have been like breaching a contract or something like that in order to do this. But now I'm seeing it's being corrected. So whether this was you or it's somebody that you're involved with, I'm seeing somebody be like clear on what they want. I'm seeing there be kind of like a covering up of that or not being clear. And there can also be some wordsmithing that's happening here. Like if this has to do with some type of dialogue that was happening, it can mean that somebody was saying something other than the truth about a situation, thinking that was going to be how they would get what they wanted, but they were not being transparent about it, but that was the way that they felt like they were going to make things happen. But seeing justice here, I'm seeing this be rectified now. This even feels like some cosmic influence coming together to make sure that this is taken care of. I'm having a couple different things coming through. I'm just trying to like weave through it to bring up what I feel like is most relevant and like cohesive for the overall message. There's a breakthrough in understanding. There's an acknowledgement of, I'm going to have to do this in order to see this situation through, and then a desire to avoid doing that particular thing because of not wanting to be like vulnerable, because of not wanting to take a chance. So it's kind of like heart's desire is speaking very loudly and clearly and saying this is the direction to go in. And then there's like a desire to go in that direction, but feeling within oneself of, at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to be able to do that if I do it outright, and so I have to find another way to do it, even though that's not true. It's a distortion. There's something about that that's now being corrected. Like a need to make things right. But there could have been a desire to avoid doing this. This can also be like accountability. You know, the thing with Jupiter too is that Jupiter is connected with Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is connected with Jupiter, Sagittarius connected with the 9th house, connected with cosmic law. And so seeing a 7 of Swords below that, this is like cosmic energy that's coming through and correcting something that needs to be corrected. So this doesn't even feel like, it feels like on an energetic level, this reckoning that's happening, essentially. And it's like, if you want it here, have it, but everything is going to be like cleared up then. And I'm also getting something too about like somebody thinking that they wanted something, and then later on, they're not going to want that thing. And I don't know what this has to do with anything. Like, I don't even know what's going on here within the reading as far as like how this works for you personally, like how this is playing out personally. But yeah, what I'm seeing is something about wanting something, going about achieving the thing, and then later on not wanting the thing anymore. But that's not happening now. That's going to happen later. And I'm also seeing this like not wanting to correct something, but I feel like there's being forced to correct something. And seeing Magician and seeing 7 of Swords can be things that are being spoken or not spoken that cover up the truth in some way or allow misconceptions to be believed. Whether this is like saying something that is not transparent, or this is not saying something to allow for like some fallacy to go on and continue, whatever it is, I'm seeing something that had been kind of like deliberately allowed to be happening. But then having justice there shows that there are going to be consequences now for this. Not to be like, now you're going to get punished, but more so because things need to be rebalanced. And this is something that's out of balance. So this, and it's like a very cosmic energy that's happening that's bringing this about. So you can just see that it's kind of like the way that the whole situation is functioning, where everything comes to light that needs to be clarified. Because there was something going on before where that was not happening. And there's something about having to be very brave and speaking the truth, and that it's kind of like, I don't know, like the imperative here within this. And even if this is just like you with you could have been majorly avoiding something that now you're like, okay, I see what I was doing, and I may not want to have to correct this, but I see that I need to do that. Otherwise, this is going to block me from what I want. So that can be something that's being recognized too. It just feels like overall clarity and understanding how to accomplish what needs to be accomplished. No more avoiding the way that this needs to be done. And making up your mind essentially, and it feels like committing because this is the only way that it is going to be done. And that it's overall helping things kind of like pick back up and get better. So yeah, if this is just like you with you and it's not like you within a relationship where you're not being honest or something like that, this can just be you getting to a point where you're like, I want these things and I'm doing this stuff that's actually not allowing me to connect with these things because I'm trying to get out of having to branch out. How I'm avoiding getting outside of my comfort zone when that's the only way that I'm going to make this happen, and I really want this thing to happen. So you can just be seeing like places where you've been really avoiding expanding, avoiding progress, and avoiding getting actually to where you want to go. Resolving conflict when it comes to what you want. And even this weird thing, you know, I'm seeing something here where when you're connected with yourself, you know what you want, but then I'm seeing stuff go on with your mind where it can kind of be like taking that away from you. So there can be some like cognitive, psychological stuff that you've been working through. Yeah, I'm seeing overall a fear of, if I really honor this and if I really go in this direction, then I feel like I'm going to be out of control because I don't know what's going to happen, and then I'm going to be like committed to this thing. And there's just been an overall avoidance of that, of committing fully. So this kind of have to do with the relationship for some of you. Yeah, I think like something had been being maintained, but not because of wanting to maintain it, because of avoiding. Because of avoiding something that felt scary. But now I'm getting the understanding of this, so it doesn't really feel like it's blocking so much anymore. Feels like seeing where this was coming from. And this can be too like healing this part of your relationship with yourself. And you can be like seeing things differently than you had been before. And this period that hasn't been feeling too great, I'm seeing things are going to be moving forward. So things are going to get better. But I do see some emotional stuff that is being processed right now that can feel a bit challenging and draining to move through. All right, my friends, we're going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting and tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.